guys, I'm Angie. This is Life at Hill House, and it is the beginning of August, and the gardens are looking tired, but it's a great time to have a look to see what makes it through the heat of the summer. So we're going to do our flower garden tour today, and I thought we would start here in the romance garden. Romance garden is a work in progress. These beds we put in this year. And in here we've just got some impatiens, which are some new guinea impatiens, which are actually still in a nursery can. I just popped it into this pail. Lemon jade sedum, which I've been dying to get my hands on. It has to get it in the ground. Here we've got a peony, another impatient, and here we have a delish rose. All my roses are suffering. They've never looked like this. They are all sick. They are all riddled with pests. You can see budworm damage where the leaves are all chewed up. And I have been spraying with no success. Over here we've got Rockin' playing the Lou Salvia, which is rockin'. Look at her. Now, I was told that they are perennial in my 7A, even though the tag says they're annual or they're sold as an annual. I'm just going to leave this in this pot, and we'll see if it comes back next year. Back here we've got some Nepeta, some Walker's Low. Got a foxglove, which, I don't know. It might not like that spot. This area here is doing a little rough. It's really hot right here. I mean, even the lavender. Look at that. So I don't know. Here we have, it says it's a love rose. I don't know if it's a love rose, but I've showed you guys the rose before. If I can find a picture of it in bloom, I'll put it up. Here we've got some more Nepeta. We've got an Astilbe back here. We've got some Super Petunia Vista Bubblegum, Penny Mac Hydrangea. We've got a massive amount of Sweet Woodruff. This is my gray dogwood, which you guys are used to seeing over in the potager garden, but we moved it over here into this new container. It's in this old container sitting in the new one just so I could try it in this spot to see if I like it and how it likes it in this spot. I think it's going to be okay. So we're going to have to get that all potted up. We've got some rosemary back in here and all this Sweet Woodruff. And I have such a bad spider problem this year, guys. You can see the spider web here. So I think I'm going to end up taking all this out. I think. This is a Golden Dreams coleus, which is usually yellow. It's green, both of them. So I don't know, maybe it doesn't get enough sun. Maybe it's greener when it's not getting full sun. Because last year I had them in a full sun situation and they were yellow and they were very pretty. Yellow and pink. And this time they're green and like a wine. This is a rosebud azalea. I'm super excited. I hope she makes it. I just got her on the ground. Hopefully she comes back really beautiful next year. We've got some new guinea impatient here, which is growing up through a ghost fern, which I didn't realize was there when I planted the impatient. But it actually looks like it's supposed to be like that, and it's so pretty. Here we've got a daylily. This is a pineapple something coleus from Proven Winners. I think it's so pretty. It's such a statement. Back here we've got another ghost fern. We've got some lamium. Here we've got just a random Japanese maple, some Astilbe, some heucheras, which are really suffering from bug damage. I've also got a huge weed growing in here. This right here. So there's my Rainbow Zen hosta, which you can no longer see. And this huge weed. I don't know what it is. I got to get that out. Ridiculous coleus. So I decided that this looks, but isn't that ridiculous? So great, but it needs to be more. Sorry guys, it's noisy. I live in a neighborhood on the main street that goes through the neighborhood. So unfortunately, there's never a quiet moment here unless it's like 2 in the morning, but then sometimes it's still not quiet. Here we've got some Brunnera, some Dusty Miller. We got some Helen Von Stein, maybe? Lamb's ear, big ear lamb's ear. We've got our Mini Mauvet hydrangea. I don't know why it's that color this year. I don't think it really ever turned pink. I'm not sure. Ridiculous, like I was saying, I'm going to add it throughout this bed next year. It's my new favorite, especially for this dark spot. You can really see it from the road and we're anywhere. And I think, like, I just love this, especially with the pink and then this green of the hydrangea. And I think if we add some of the other coleuses in with this ridiculous, but down at this end, oh. So I'm gonna really add a lot more coleus in here next year. It fills in the spot nicely and makes my life easier. Limetta, what's happening, girl? She's got issues. Lots of plants here have issues this year, I'm not gonna lie. There's a wee hosta in there that the Super Tunia Vista bubblegum is completely engulfed. This is new rose. I planted 3 Italian ice. Yes, it's proven winners. Oh, so easy Italian ice. Now you see this black spot problem? Never had black spot before. This year I'm riddled with it. I keep trying to take out the leaves and treat it, and I'm not being able to get a hold of this. Super Tunia Vista bubblegum looking amazing as always. If you want a plant that you can just plant it and it will just cover everywhere, this is it. This is 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. This might be 4 in this area right here, surrounding this obelisk. Over here we've got roses again. All of my roses this year are looking ratchet. This one actually is not that bad. These 2 aren't that bad. But between the cicadas this year, the brood 10, the Japanese beetles, the aphids like I've never had before, the heat, which has been worse than ever, all of the roses are struggling. This one we just planted and we're hoping it comes back. I don't hold out a lot of hope. Don't hold out a lot of hope at all. It's just dropped all its leaves. It's stressed. I keep trying to give it extra water, but it's just not happy. So we'll see what happens. Same with this. This was in a container over there where the dogwood is in that big pot. It was there and it just outgrew its pot. It started to suffer a little bit. It started yellowing up, looking bad. So I popped it out and planted it. This is a almond, flowering almond tree. This is her first year. She's looking pretty good. She's made it through the majority of the heat and the bugs have left her alone pretty much. This mess that I started planting up, I'm not going to touch it anymore this year. I'm going to come in with the weed whacker. I'm going to take it all down and we'll start again next year. Pink chiffon Rose of Sharon. This thing is my romance every day. Every day I look at this and I say, oh my God, I want it everywhere. I told my daughter, like, I just want it everywhere because it's just the perfect shade of pink. The habit is fabulous. It's really resistant to bugs, to disease, to the heat. It is just a fantastic plant. Right now it's got Japanese beetles, but it's not stopping it. It's still producing, it's still looking beautiful. So if you're looking for something that's just sweet, romantic, and beautiful, Pink Chiffon Rose of Sharon is the way to go. All right, let's head out front, guys. This is a ruby, incredible ruby hydrangea. I just planted it, so we'll see. I'm trying not to do anything to it because it's been in the heat too long. It was kind of neglected and it's looking kind of rough, and so we're just going to leave it and let it do its thing. Let nature run its course. Here we've got some Gara, pink Gara. What is that? Carly, maybe? I'm not sure. More of the Super Tunia Vista bubblegum, more Italian ice. You can see some in bloom here. It was so easy, Italian ice. That when it comes out, it's a yellow, and then it changes to that pink. But that yellowish pink with the Super Tunias romanced me to death, let me tell you. Just pulled out the Prince Tuts out of there. Here as well, and I picked up some purple fountain grass that's going to go in there. Oh, look, we got a friend. Look at praying mantis. But yeah, so they're going to go in the pots there to get ready for fall. Here we've got our sprinter boxwoods, little hedge. We've got Incredible. We've got a green fountain that I need to clean. We've got catmint, Nepeta. Okay, guys, so I got one here, one here, one here, and then one back there. They're not looking too great. I think it's too wet right here from the splatter from the fountain. So I might pull them and not have them next year. I'm not really sure yet. The Incredibles are humongous and looking fabulous. Over on this side, we've got a knockout rose. Here we've got a tater tot arborvitae. Something funky going on here. It's like separated a little bit. I don't know what's going on. It might have some bugs. Wee white hydrangea. Here we've got Super Tunia Vista Snowdrift and Super Tunia Vista Paradise. We got some weeds. Ugh. And what happens every year, I plant this up the same, and I get a bee's nest in there every year. And so about this time of year, I stop touching it because they're usually right about here under the rock face. And ooh, I hear a buzz right now. And so I just stay away from there. More tater tot arb here. Another knockout rose. Again, usually knockout roses are covered in roses all year. This is all I've gotten from this thing, is this sparsity. So it's going to get a hard prune for next year. I don't know. Random boxwood there. We've got a Kimberly fern. Here, this is Lyman cerveza, I think that's what it's called, and a calla, which is done. It needs to come out. More Super Tunia Vista bubblegum. And this is the thyme patch. Here we've got some foxglove I started from seed indoors. Stiletto rose, which needs to be deadheaded desperately. Swedish ivy, because that one out back did so well. I just planted this yesterday. Another Incredible hydrangea. And we have a iceberg climbing rose. This is my Dr. Huey rose. So it is the worst out of the sick roses. If you see here, it's been attacked by some critter. I don't know, but I spray neem, I spray Rose RX, I've done everything I could think of, and they've just defoliated this thing. And now it's sick because it's the heat and the bug pressure, and it's just... So I cut it really hard the other day and neemed it. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Look, here's a whole dead section. Look at that, crispy. Looks like it snapped off. I'm gonna have to come out here. It's the thorns with this thing are a nightmare. I'm gonna have to come out here and cut it to get it out. Here we've got just, is it Autumn Joy? Sedum? just like your traditional everybody has sedum. Here we've got a white spirea, something going on with it as well. It's got this hollowness to it now. It was really full at the bottom here, but there was some birds in here. I think they nested in there somewhere. So this is a coleus. I don't know the name, but I really love it. Look at those colors. Man, I'm really loving that thing. Another lamb's ear. Sunshine Ligusterium. I never ever know how to say that. Here we've got a huge whirling butterfly Gara. Atlas roses. Just like the rest of the roses in the garden right now. They are sick. This one, and this one. Not cat's pajama. Walker's Low Nepeta. Again, it's got the same kind of, see like the white speckles? Is that spider mites? What is it? I don't know. I don't see any webbing to indicate that it might be spider mites. So, I don't know. Serendipity Allium, I think. Here we've got a Miss Kim Lilac, and then this is Fire Light. It's not quick fire, so it must be Firelight, right? Yeah. Hydrangea. I planted this last year. Look how, and it was small, and it's huge this year. It's beautiful. I need more of those. We're not really going to touch on this too much because I always do a separate tour for this, but this is the cut flower garden. It too is suffering greatly, but there's some things in here that are just fabulous. Like look at these asters. And this dahlia. Say yes, yes, yes. And then we have our zinnias. This is some pot sitting from my neighbor. So I've been watering those while she's been gone. Benary's Giant Deep Red. This thing has completely stole my soul. I'm telling you. Here we've got our pink dogwood tree. I've been treating this for chlorosis. It was starting to look really great, and then it's starting to look not so great again. So I'm gonna do another treatment. Everything out here is powdery mildew. Between the powdery mildew, if it doesn't have powdery mildew, it's got blight. Let's see. So, but I mean, it's basically just the zinnia patch. Everything else out here looks pretty good, but I need to pull these, go ahead and harvest all of them and plant some new seed. It's just, honest to God, from a distance, it looks so fabulous, right? Because you can't see the powdery mildew up close. So from a distance, everything looks so great that I know it's going to look so sad when I pull everything out to plant the new seeds, that I just keep procrastinating. I can't keep doing that. Straw flower. Look how pretty. There's a bee in there, a wasp. Got some Madame Butterfly bronze with gold, I think it is. Bronze with white, I mean. The bees are so happy out here. The bees are just so happy out here. It's another reason I feel bad about taking this down, because previously this was the pollinator garden, so it was just packed full of stuff for the bees and the butterflies and such, and we never messed with it. We just planted it and let it go. This year it's the cut flower garden for my bouquets. Sunflowers are making a comeback. They're still blooming, some of them putting out buds, looking good. Dora's looking great. All in all, it's still looking pretty good. This technically isn't a part of the flower gardens out front, but we'll just hit it up too. This is the Eden, what is it, Pretty in Pink Eden Rose. So it's only had one flower, one bloom. We planted it this year. It was my Mother's Day gift for my daughter. It was a teeny little plant, and it has grown taller than me, but not a single bud. So I don't know. This one over here is the Zephron, however you say that. And we have another one of them right there. They're climbing roses as well. They're thornless. I wish this was thornless. Here we've got the Delish rose, another one of those because I really love it. And you see where we got, oh, you can see him on there. Can you see his little wormy self? Now, you find him. Yeah, here, look at him. I've sprayed this with BT. And picked them, and sprayed, and picked. I don't know what's going on this year. I really don't. I just don't know. And I've come to the point now where I'm just tired of it all. And I'm just like, let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. As long as it's going to come back next year, just let it look bad. Right? We all get there. We all get to that point in our garden when we're just like, I'm done for the season. I've had enough. Sometimes we just need something to help push us through. Like we need to see something extra beautiful in the garden that'll kind of like re-wake us, revive us, and like, oh yes, this is why I do this. That's how I feel when I see the Benary's giant deep red zinnia, as well as this cactus zinnia right here. It's really, it's given it to me. Like, do we think this might be the romance for today, guys? I think that's it. This has given me more feeling than anything today. Look at that. You guys know that I think we should strive to be romanced every day. You don't even have to strive to be romanced. You just have to be open to be romanced, right? Because I didn't make this romance me right now. I didn't go looking for something to romance me. I just looked at it and I said, and it makes me feel kind of dreamy, and that means it romanced me. So that's it. That's the romance for today. That right there. Look at her. Look at the size. That thing is humongous. Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing how much zinnias romance me. It's really amazing. The straw flower is pretty romantic too. Oh, oh my goodness. Like, I don't know. I can't decide. What'll be? Like, these asters. I almost didn't plant these because I seen a video somebody talking about asters, and I was like, ugh. Oh, guys, there's a hummingbird. Oh my goodness. I don't think. Can you see him? Can you see him sitting on the branch? See what happens. Come over. He's gonna come over and see what he wants to get out of the garden. See this? That's it. See, it was wrong. See, this is the romance for today. I thought it was the cactus video. Where'd he go? There he is. Guys. This is the romance. That's it. Oh my gosh. Look at him. Yeah, guys. Yeah. This is the romance. He's so cute. There he goes, guys. That was it. See? You don't have to look for it. It just happens. Nature just wants you to know that it loves you and it appreciates what you're doing out there in that garden. The veggies you're planting, the flowers you're planting, the life that you're giving. And it just rewards you with beauty and food and nourishment for your body and your soul. And it romances you. Because he was perfect, right? There's nothing else I can say today, guys. Thank you for looking at my messy garden. Thank you, everybody who has become subscribers. Thank you so much, because that's going to make it so that I can continue to do this and grow it, right? You guys are going to romance me and make my dreams come true. And I hope that in doing that, you learn a little something, or you get a little joy from my videos, from my garden, from my goofiness, and get romanced in that way and make things joyful for you like you do for me, right? I really wish that for you all. I'm gonna leave it right here, guys, overlooking an unperfectly perfect cut flower garden. And until next time, guys, I hope you find romance in something every single day. Bye-bye.